Animated characters and scenes appear as a narrator describes.
Hey there, we're AUCD, the Association of University Centers on Disabilities. Our network has members across the United States who work on issues that are important to people with disabilities. Some of those members are located at UCEDDs. UCEDD, or UCEDD, is short for University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities. There are 67 UCEDDs, at least one in every U.S. state and territory, and they are all federally funded. UCEDDs were originally made to work with and for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And though people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are still a priority, many UCEDDs have expanded their work and often serve people with many different kinds of disabilities. Each UCEDD has a relationship with a specific university. They act as a resource for the university and surrounding communities, building a bridge between them. How do they do it? Well, UCEDDs look at the effectiveness and impact of services and policies on people with disabilities. They conduct research and analyze policies. Then, UCEDDs use the research they gather to educate people with disabilities, their families, and community members on issues that impact them. They train university students, professionals in the disability field, and policymakers. They also educate by sharing their research online and in person. UCEDDs use what they find in their research to provide effective direct services, including evaluations for people with disabilities to help determine their needs, clinical and intervention services, connecting people with disabilities to technology that can support them in school, at a job, and in their communities. Working with schools to create evidence-based education programs in inclusive settings. In a nutshell, UCEDDs do academic research and use that research to provide helpful education and services to people with disabilities, their families, and their communities. The focus of UCEDD's research, education, and services may be different in different locations. It depends on the priorities and needs of the university and the communities that they are connected to. Each UCEDD takes direction from an advisory council made up of over 50% people with disabilities and include disability-led community groups. So, the voices of people with disabilities are central to deciding what a UCEDD does and focuses on. Some examples of issues UCEDDs work on could be improving interactions between people with disabilities and the police, informing immigrant communities about the rights of students with disabilities in the education system, documenting differences in access to services of urban and rural people with disabilities in their state, and other issues that have significant impacts on the lives of people with disabilities. The most important thing to know is that UCEDDs are working with and for people with intellectual, developmental, and other types of disabilities to make positive changes. To find out more about UCEDDs, including locating one near you, visit www.aucd.org.